Dun, 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 dun. Hello, fuckers, and welcome to the Marquez Show. Ho, ho, you dirty ho, ho, ho. Off to a bad little start, but there we go. Ho, ho, checking the sound now. Checking the sound now. How long can I sing? Sing for the wind. I like to sing for the wind as it blows through the air. Oh, did you think I was gonna say the wind? Well, you would be wrong, you dirty little whore. Oh, you're a dirty little whore. Giddy up and away we go. I nailed the intro. Make sure to close that. I know the neighbours hear the gibber. Close that. Interrupted singing. Welcome to the Marquez Show. We're off to a start. I started already singing. I think we can use this so far. I'm here. It's me, your main fucker, Marquez, dirty cunt, looking at my posture. I like the way I can see the screen actually of myself. Gives me something to talk to. I'm here with producer Eugene, Owen, Ian, whatever you want to call him. There she blows. Eugene McGilligully. That's the producer's name. He's off camera for facial reasons. We didn't want him on camera. He's very distracting. You'd stare at him for too long and say, is that a human thumb? Why is there a man who looks like a thumb sitting next to a stunning man like yourself, Mark? And I'd say, I don't know. Pity, shame, make a wish.
Jealousy's an awful colour.
This is much better with you piping in, isn't it? Now and again. This is like the Zoom. This is what I wanted on the other podcast.
It's ideal.
Yeah, this is way better. Jesus, we had, I suppose, those. So we did some other podcast, The Shame. It was grand. I got a bit bored of it. I didn't like listening to other people talk. I prefer to hear myself gibber. I'll stand alone and die alone. Should we all die alone? Isn't that right, Eugene?
Eventually, that's true, yeah.
Unless you're one of the lucky ones that die in a tragedy. Mass tragedy.
With the rest of the family.
The poor parents listening in. I asked my phone them yesterday and I was like, did you ever drop me on my head as a child? And they laughed for a bit too long. And then they said, don't worry about that. And I said, okay. What did I ask you again? No, my parents. The joke there. I don't mind explaining jokes, dear listener. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, but Eugene isn't. The confusion, I'll explain it. You'll say, no, not for me. And I'll say, you're wrong. Here's why it's funny. And you'll say, still no. And I'll say, all right, I got to dumb down because my audience is a bunch of cunts. And that's what you are, dear listener. You're a cunt, but you're a good cunt. I should have worn my merch. So episode 1 is off to a bad start. Had a great chance to pimp out some merch. I'm looking at you. Ever try and fix your posture? I try and do it on stage, and it's so awkward. You're like, how does it say in Men's Health magazine that my posture should be again? Shoulders up and relax. Now I look like a little hunchback midget. That's not ideal. Is this relaxed? I know I like a girl if I start trying to fix my posture. She walks in. So I'm like, I'm 6 foot slumped, but 6'2" properly. I was somewhere earlier. Where was I? But I heard a receptionist talking about some guy, and he gave his height as 5'11", and they were like, he's not 5'11". And they were like, yeah, what is he, 5'8", 5'9"? They're like 5'9", being generous. And I was like, all right, men. I feel like men, it's unreal that men will lie about their height and dick size. Like women can't see. But then again, women will lie with filters like men can't see. And it's all an act. And then you die alone. We're back. We brought it back. That's called a callback, Eugene, in the world of comedy.
I see what you did there. That was very good.
Lesson number 1. If we could have a little ding here in the future in the edit and stick a 1 in somewhere, maybe over here. Over here. That's lesson number 1. This is going to be a podcast about lessons. Oh, I forgot to time it. Lesson for me, time it. Time the podcast so you know how long you've done. What do you think we're in? 5 minutes? 15? But Jesus. So segment number 2, ding. Looking for a new producer who has his finger on the pulse and his finger on the button. I have neither nor a pulse. Someone asked me the other day what's my type in women. I said they have a pulse, and a woman got upset. And that's lesson number 3, fellas. No matter what you say, women will get upset. And that's why we're here to talk about men. Men, have you checked your balls today? Jeez, this podcast has gone off the rails.
We're not sponsored by them, whoever they are.
Men, check your balls. Check your anus. Imagine you gave yourself a prostate exam. You're like Googling it. How many fingers should I stick up there? It's like stick the fist up. If the fist fits, you're fucked. And that's lesson number 3. Never fist yourself. If we could have the number 3 over here.
I think you've already done 3. That was never trust women.
Oh, never trust women. It's going to be a very chauvinistic podcast.
I can't remember what 3 was, but you definitely already did it. Start again. What's number 1?
Can't remember. The words come out of the mouth and they're gone.
We'll find out later.
Only to be brought back later once the cancellation begins. You'll be like, I don't remember saying that. Should I turn off the AC? Or is it all right? I'll leave it on actually because I'm cold. I'm already sweating, dear listener. Dear whore at home. Is this a natural posture? I feel like I look like a gay dinosaur on stage when I try and fix my posture. I realized I like this. I can see myself, someone to talk to. And who else would I prefer talking to than myself? Honest to God, if I was on a date with me, I'd offer myself a blowjob. Right off the bat, I'd say, you're winning me over. Don't know what's coming out of your mouth, but it's tickling my brain. Would you like to tickle me tonsils? That's why I'd offer a fucking blowjob. Would you like to tickle me tonsils? I'll go, what does that mean, you fucking little rabbit? And he'd be like, yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Eugene has COVID over there. He's got COVID. Does my arm look big? This is just going to be a lesson in a fucking idiot. That's lesson number 5. Idiot. I'm an idiot, in case you're just tuning in. This is a progression of the podcast. I like the way, just in case you're tuning in, like anyone's going to jump in at whatever minute this is. Let's skip ahead to minute 7 or 8. If you're just tuning in and you landed on the right spot, welcome. This is the podcast, the Marquez Show. It's not a podcast, it's now a TV show. Why? Because we can do what we want, you dear whore. We bought lights. We couldn't figure out the lights for ages. We were like, does this work? We, honest to God, changed the lights 17 times and they all look the same. There's not a difference in the fucking way. Is it too bright? Yeah, let's
Still not happy with him.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm sweating. This is actually a good laugh because I didn't think I'd be able to ramble with someone here on the camera. But here's the thing. Owen is not a person. He's insignificant. He's a figment in all our imaginations. That's how little influence he has in the world. I could have a wank and Owen could be in front of me and he wouldn't throw me off. I'd stare him right in the eye. It's number 6. Don't be afraid to be homoerotic. There you go, fellas. Some great lessons. We're going to pick up a book randomly, and that's going to be the theme of the show. This one is I Hate Men. Don't we all, darling?
Have you read that book?
I haven't read it yet. It seems really short, but I've just been sweating a lot lately, so
You just sit it there to remind yourself.
I like to buy books, not read them, because it's purely for show.
I like to smell books.
Eugene has made this creepy, and that's lesson number 7 there, folks. There's an 8. 7 or 8. It's 7. You never know who your friends are till they say something off the cuff. And as a man, you ignore it and you move on. There's no accountability in this town. Not around me. I'm oblivious to the world. I'm looking at my own reflection in your glasses thinking, would you like to tickle me, Dance? We're off to a flyer. Let's check the notes. Let's check the notes to see if we're on schedule. Yeah. There we go. This is going. This is all pre-planned. Everything we spoke about has been, I've been rehearsing this for days.
That coffee sip was rehearsed.
Yeah. Is that good acting? People at home, would you believe? Do you want me let me do some acting there for the people at home. All right, here's me. Here's me chatting you up sober. Yeah. All right, here's me chatting you up drunk. Yeah, fucking cunt, yeah. What's the main river by you? Would it work? Would it work, dear listener? Phone in. Phone in. That's lesson number 8. Irishmen are not good at chatting people up, sober or drunk. We just have a lilt to the voice. All right, I've ran out of things to say now. It's 10 minutes in. No, I haven't. Let's check in. Weekly update. All right, new segment, dear listener. Weekly update. What did I get up to this week? Weekly update. Does it look better if I start writing down notes? Are you at home? Do you think I'm intelligent? Well, my hands are sweating like a whore. I'm going to be honest with you, listener, watcher. You watching me? I wonder how many people are going to masturbate to this video. I know Eugene is one. I know Eugene is one. I hope Eugene becomes known as Eugene.
I'll masturbate to the audio.
Just imagine a better looking a woman.
Anyone else.
Anyone at all. What I love to do during comedy is if there's blatantly a couple in the front row, just be like, are you a couple? Brother and sister. And then I'll be like, oh, you're a couple. Well, I hope later when you're having the old 1-2 pump sex, you'll think to each other, to yourselves, do we look like brother and sister? And Jesus, they'll get such an erection and a wetness that. All right, we've trailed off there, dear listener. We were going down a dark path. That's not us. We're all about the light. We're all about the love, huh? Live, love, laugh. That's my motto on the podcast. Live, love, pump. It's going to be a couple of lulls in the podcast, you know, and that's life, I suppose. What did I do? I did a show last night. It was a fun show. Who do we have on? Michael Rappaport, Ian Edwards, Crystal Marie, Amir K, Crystalia. It's a good show. A lot of annoying fuckers were at the show. It's unreal when people just come to a show and they don't shut the fuck up. It's amazing. If you're going to a show and you think it's interactive, it's fucking not. Shut the fuck up. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't go to a play and do it. It's unreal. Like these girls last night, and I knew them, which is even worse, and they wouldn't shut up. They were turning around. At one point, they started complaining to Michael Rappaport about the espresso martinis they were serving at a comedy club. And I'm like, you're at a comedy club. This isn't a fucking cocktail speakeasy. You'd like, just drink it and shut the fuck up. And they were like, oh, we're friends with Mark. And I was like, should we kick them out? Yeah, I don't mind. Kick him out. Excuse me, I burped. Kick him out. And I didn't even tell them to get kicked out, and they were kicked out. And today they were messaging me and they were like, oh, that was a proud moment for us. And I was like, oh, these people are fucking idiots. Hope they're watching, hope they get a bit upset. But they need to know. We're going to call them out in the podcast, Eugene. There'll be no stone unturned here.
First names, addresses, what are you going for?
No, just general.
Oh, right.
Just so that if they tune in, they'll know themselves.
Okay, fair.
And then I'll see their messages just tail off.
Indirect shame.
I had a guy the other day in DMs. Yeah, indirect shame. I like that. Lesson number 8, 9. So one of them. Lesson number 8, 9. indirect shame everyone. Fuck the cunts. They need to know. Even if you just tell them, they're going to know at some point. They're going to have a quiet moment, and they're going to sit there. They'll be on the toilet, and they'll be like, I'm a cunt. And that's all you want, whether it's now or 2 months down the line, even 3 years. Just make them, lay the seed. What is it? Plant the seed? Lay the pipe. Pipe the lay. You know what the saying. So that was a good show. Wait, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, some guy sent me a DM the other day. I get weird DMs. I'll actually read you one I got recently. Not too recently, but a while ago. This is unreal. Fucking... Wait. I'll do text on podcast, will I?
Yeah, is this what you want this to be, like a segment?
Segment. No, I'm just saying, if someone texts me, I got a text. There's this French DJ, Dombresky. He's a fucking great laugh. He looks like Ringo Starr. Hit him up. But I was at his place last night. And a girl said, what'd she say again? She was like, oh, you're a comedian. Here's the thing, too. I meet a lot of fuckers, and I met this girl many times before, apparently. No recollection. And I blame her for that. Because she obviously wasn't unique. She was like, tell me a joke. And I was like, no. But then I was thinking, this is just an idea. It's probably not funny, but fuck it. Which is more terrifying? Like a wild bear, an insecure man, or a scorned woman? And she was like, an insecure man. And I was like, scorned women are kind of dodgy too. She's like, you don't. And what did she say? She goes, you shouldn't joke about rape. I fucking didn't. I just said that sentence, and then she started going, so many comedians are funnier than you. I was like, all right, thank you. And she started telling everyone, he's like, you don't have to joke about rape. I did not. I literally said that one sentence, which is worse, a wild bear, an insecure man, or a scorned woman.
Yeah, so the wild bear had to go in there just to be safe.
Yeah.
There's no need for the wild bear, really.
Yeah, it's the power of 3 in comedy. You need 1, 2, and 3.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah, but
if
like,
you just said which is worse, she'd be like, "What are you saying?"
But
she knows what you're saying.
Yeah, she did. She did say that anyway. She like went off, but he just texted me being like, "Don't mind about her. No one cares about her." So cheers for you, Dan Bresky. Oh, he's got some great tunes too. I caught boozing with him later now. Great. You see, this is all real life, people. People at home think that it's a fraud. It's not. This is real. Lesson number 10. It's not. I will say this. The easiest way to be faithful is to lie. It's lesson number 11. Jeez, the lessons are coming thick and fast. What was I even talking about before that? Went out. Oh, yeah, I can't even remember now. We've moved on. What? Oh, yeah. Jesus. So this guy sent me a text, all right? I just said, are we boozing to Tom Resky? He goes, leave me alone. No way. But I sell these this merch. We can put up here on the old merch. They're good merch. They're almost run out, actually. I'm going to make new ones. But this guy hit me up on Twitter. I presume he's watching and reading it. But he said, I'll just read the text as they come. Let me find them. Oh yeah, he goes to me. He said, "This is worth the rate." He said, "This was during COVID." He goes, "Thanks for being so entertaining for us through all this, dude." And I said, "No worries, boss. If you start with a compliment, I'll probably answer your DM." He said, "Nice merch, dude. You selling stuff? I also like to collect worn shoes from performances and such. Down to sell any cool ones, dude?" And I said, "I am indeed." And I said, I think I charged them $450 for good worn shoes. So throwing out a price plus probably $50 for for postage and packaging. And he said, nice dude. Yeah, they look cool. What type of shoes are they? Would you sign them too? What size? I'm interested. I said, yeah, I can sign them. I have Nike and Adidas, so I'll check which pair. Venmo or Cash App. He said, oh yeah, pretty nice and worn would be awesome and signed. I'll Venmo you. I was trying to see if you're close sizes in case I wanted to wear them too. You're going to wear my shoes. That's normal. It's a normal behavior. I said, size 13 US. Ladies. Lesson number 12. Doesn't always mean a big dick. Moving on. Damn huge, dude. Yeah, let me know what you find and I'm down. These are good. And I sent him these shoes that I've worn only on to the gym. I said I wore them on stage. He said, fun. Had a while. Do a lot of amazing things in them. LOL. He's angling. Should I be reading out these DMs? This is a good segment or no? I said, yeah, I toured around the US with them. Had them a good while. Cool. The stories they must have seen. Haha, jealous. Yeah, I'm down, dude. How you want to do this? I said, Venmo. He said, cool, man. I'll Venmo you that now. It was a little more than I expected, so probably just these for now. But thanks, dude. Any hot stories? Were you at any on? Everyone appreciates a good dick story, right? He goes, BJ stories make Corona seem better. The typical guy try to shoehorn in the sexual talk straight away. Not straight away. I said, send the Venmo and I'll have a think. Definitely had a few. I've never worn these shoes except for running. So he sent a Venmo and he said, here's my address. I hope they are juicy. Haha. Yeah. So I sent them. I said, let me have a think and I'll let you know. Awesome, dude. Thanks for the stories. Just as good. Can't wait for the stories. Just as good as the shoes. I said, I'll tell you when you get them. It'll make them even better. Because he'd already sent me the Venmo, so I was checking out. So he goes, you're amazing. I said, cheers. I know. Thank you.
Have you talked to him since?
Yeah, there's more.
Oh, God.
So he goes, got him, dude. Thanks for sending. They smell like air freshener. Remember any stories, my dude? He goes, yeah. I got a blowjob in a cemetery wearing them after a show. He goes, oh, you creepy fuck.
Is that not what he was looking for? A story like that?
I go,
What,
I'm like, he's having a wank into my shoe while wearing another shoe, smelling them.
Oh my God.
He goes, try again. LOL. He goes, in what way? He goes, you tell the good stories in your show. Tell a hot one, not a creepy one. No, I think they're haunted. I goes, I had sex wearing them after a show. He's just lying to him. He goes, for being a comedian, you're a man of few words, huh? Ha 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 ha. He goes, ha ha, so many words. You got to take a photo with them. He's like me with the shoes. What would you use it for, a comedian? I was like, all right, this is just getting weird now.
Wait, you asked him to take a photo with the shoes?
I just wanted to see for the
Did
laugh. No, he goes, yeah. He goes, so no. And I still have no idea how they smell like air freshener. I definitely spray them.
He sounds annoyed that they don't smell like a foot.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Weirdo.
I goes, no clue either. They didn't when I mailed them. He goes, you want photos? I was like, yeah, send one on. He goes, tell me how you want to pose for it or any inspiration. I just goes, any at all. Haven't heard from him since. Let's see if he still...
Probably for the better.
He does still follow me. Yeah, and let me look up. Yeah, because I checked and I was like, how long is this guy following me? And I looked up, and every single reply he sent me on Twitter or something was always like, I'd be like, say, oh, geez, I'm hungover. And he'd be like, yeah, hungover. You probably just want your dick sucked. Ha 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 ha. All right, segment is petered out. We could probably edit out a good part of this portion. Wasn't really feeling it, but there we go. Cemetery ghost. I feel like ghosting is a polite thing to do. It's better than telling someone, these are 4 reasons why I don't like you. And just disappear. Let the person think you're dead. Let them wonder. My favourite part about ghosting is the start when my ego kicks in. And I'm like, were they in a car accident? Are they in a coma? What's happening here? Why is she not texting me back? What's going on? I'm the best. Haven't I, dear listener? Lesson number 13. I am the best. Say that to yourself every morning. And Marquez is the there's your pep talk. Marquez is the best. And then get on with your day, knowing you're second to me. You'll never be better. Fuck it, the lessons are flying. Here's a good note I wrote down. Tell people you love them before it's too late. I told 3 girls already this week. I love them. Sometimes these jokes are not funny when you say them out loud, and we're going to find out on the podcast. Are they funny? My brain is smarter than me. That's why sometimes I end up in an alleyway with a girl with no teeth. No. All right. Your silence is deafening. One time I thought I was giving a girl an orgasm, but it just turned out to be a yeast infection. That happened, I think. I think it was my first girlfriend too. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just down below. And I was like, Jesus, you're coming all over the place. And she was like, yeah. I should go eat some yogurt. I was like, oh yeah. Is that what women do after they come? They eat yogurt. So I suppose that's lesson 14. Always eat yogurt. You never know when it's prevalent to your case. Get an old STD check. Jesus, did you get an STD check in Ireland? Do you remember them? In Cork, they were unreal. We would what was the church? No, it wasn't a church. It was like an old hospital. They do free STD checks. I think we had to get them like playing UCC soccer. And it was just this old fucking horrible old hospital. And there was a section, and I went there with my buddy, and he knew so many women that were waiting to get checked too. He's like, oh, Sandra. He'd hooked up a few. He goes, I think he had unprotected. Here's another good joke. It's not unprotected sex because God exists. Lesson number 15. Thanks God. Cheers God. You bailed me out of another one there now.
I was going to ask you to explain that.
Yeah, because God protects us at all times.
I got it a couple of seconds late. But
That's part of my humor, people. On the drive home, you'll get the joke. You'll be laughing heartily in bed. It'll ruin your sex. You'll be thinking about me. So we had to go to the hospital, and it was fucking brutal. They used to it was barbaric. They used to stick a fucking ear swab down the dick, and you should be like, ah. Remember the first time I went with my buddy? This dude came in. He was dressed in scrubs. He's like, he's like, drop the pants. I was like, oh yeah, how's it going? Trying to do small talk. And it was so bright. It was one of those sunny days in Ireland where it was just shining in. I was sweating in there. I remember taking my pants off, and I was just like, this is the most embarrassing thing that's happened in a while. He's like, I'm just going to check your prostate. And I was like, cool. It just starts fiddling around. I was just facing the wall. It's hot outside, isn't it? And then he goes, all right, the nurse will be in to check the front. And I was like, all right, cool. And then she comes in, this old nurse, like someone's mom. You know, that was the worst part. It was like, oh, I probably know your son. Shit, I know John. Don't tell John you saw my soft penis. I'm going to see him at soccer practice later.
He's in the line behind you.
Oh, that would be unreal. His mum fiddling his penis. John, would you control your foreskin? I suppose that's the difference in America and Ireland. They don't have the foreskin issue here. They can go straight in. But anyway, there's no peeling back the onion. She goes, drop the pants. And I was like, oh no, the dude did it. She goes, what guy? I was like, the male nurse. She was like, there's no male nurse. And I panicked. I swear to God, I think it was like a fucking janitor in there. I'm not lying.
That's not true.
I swear on my mom's life. I swear to God.
I was going to say, I've never had someone prostate.
Yeah. And then I panicked.
I was thinking, did I miss something?
I panicked like I did something wrong. And she goes, what male nurse? And I goes, none. Because you know the shame.
To this day, you just went on with your day, and
oh yeah.
So some stranger came in,
I think he was a cleaner there. I guarantee you.
That's not true.
I'm not lying. I said it right. So
stick a claim in, lad.
So then it goes. It gets worse. So then I thought I did something wrong, obviously, because I'm like, oh Jesus.
You did. You kept your mouth shut and moved on with your day. You let that janitor free to fiddle some other fucking clown.
So then I goes, I just shut down and I was like, oh no, what have I done? Am I gay? So then she goes, we got some trainee doctors. Is that cool if we let them in? And I was like, I was just in fucking paralyzed mode. I goes, yeah. And it was like people from a university came in. Like I knew one girl, I was trying to chat her up. It's like, Anya. And then I was sitting there, my pants around my ankles, soft penis. And then they were like, we're just going to put a swab down the penis. And I was like, yeah, perfect. You know, just getting swabbed. I remember just being like this. Have you got it done? You had to.
I had a friend who volunteered for physicals because he knew the nurses were, and the college nurses did him. He used to go down. I'll take my shirt off. I go down.
Just feeling
him all up.
Feeling his tits.
But never the way you got it done with the prostate check prior to it.
Jesus, brutal. But the other thing was probably worse. Down the front, and then they're just like digging around.
Yeah, people complain about the COVID up the nose.
Yeah.
I never complained about that.
So then I went out, and they give you some results or something. And I talked to my buddy, and I goes to him, he goes, did you get that male nurse dude? He goes, huh? And I told him, and he started laughing. And he was like, did you get the all clear? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, me too. And he stood up, and all these pills popped out. All these pills popped out of his tracksuit pants. He goes, you don't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone. I was like, perfect.
You tell anyone? Oh, right. Oh, you fucking Wally.
Yeah, jeez, that was fucking...
That janitor is probably still out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
Fiddling idiots.
Fiddling. Drunk and sober. And that lesson number 14, that's why we drink. Drink now. All right, we got a special guest, special surprise. We're gonna phone in. I got my Irish uncle on the phone. He's a farmer back in Ireland. Great man. He lives in West Cork. We're just gonna have a chat with him. There's gonna be a new segment, chatting with people. There we go. Great new segment. Let's have a little ding-a-ling. Uncle Ian. Uncle, are you there?
Yeah, he's there, I think.
Oh, he's there. Yeah. So, Uncle, how's everything? How's the farm back in Ireland? Is it good?
You know, I'm an innocent person who's been convicted in France in my absence of a crime I had nothing to do with. And I don't want to sound like I'm, a whinging Tom, but it's been a terrible, terrible thing. And it goes on.
Uncle Ian, I couldn't agree more.
I don't think he's taking his pills today, is he? Should we call him back later and see if he's better?
Uncle Ian, you're probably out with the cows. You're probably high off the cow milk.
No.
Are you sure?
That's very personal, but yes.
Oh my God. Ooh. Right, Uncle Ian,
we'll have to call him back. He's off his head on cow's milk.
Oh my God.
It's not pasteurized at all.
Oh, that's why, fucking hell. The fumes, the fucking cow dung and the cow. Jesus, I'm crying. Uncle Ian, it's been a pleasure. We'll phone you back again before we leave. Oh, Jesus.
Gone.
One of my favourite uncles. Jesus, what a man. He used to teach me how to milk a cow all the time. Tender touch. I'm weeping. Jesus. Oh, Lord. Let's check in with any tweets. Have I seen any good tweets here? Oh, I want to read this tweet out. This tweet made me laugh so much. It's not one of mine. See, lesson number 17? 16, 17, 15. Lesson number 15. Share the wealth. I saw this thread of funny tweets, and one guy. That's not ideal. The tweet was this is so dumb. This girl just tweeted, "I have so much hair, bro, and it's so thick." Like, and a guy just responded, "You be squirting a lot." And she goes, "What the fuck did you just ask me?" Oh my god, that made me laugh hard. Let me see. I saved some other ones. Jesus. I wrote them. Oh no, I screenshotted them because fuck, they were me. I can't even read this. Some guy goes, "What will you do if your son comes out as gay?" And a guy responded, "That's free head." Another one was, "A life-size Baby Yoda is now available to pre-order, $350 from whoever this is." And a guy, he's handled his B-squirter. Goes, "Jeff, I gotta ask, does it come with any holes?" Oh God, this girl tweeted, "Men with good dick can't fight." And the guy responded, "I'd be getting knocked out in the regular." Oh, that's fucking great. Another one was, "What's a good price for OnlyFans?" And some guy responded, 10. And she goes, "I might as well just do it for free." And he goes, "Even better." Oh my God. I think that's the ones I saved. That was a new segment. Oh, there's one more. This guy goes, his name is White John. His handle is "Your pussy overrated. Spent over OVA. Lock your bitch in a closet for 2 to 3 days with a bowl of water. Have her pissing and shitting on herself. See if she keep doing that crazy shit." The guy goes, "Damn, you lost me in this one." He goes, "Nah, you got to do it for real."
So if this is your Mark's top tweets of the week, what takes the winning mantle for that?
Oh yeah. I just saw a text. My buddy hit me up. He goes, "What's a funny opener on Raya for an Irish girl?" And I said, "Do you miss the famine, love?" Oh, the one that takes, all right, top tweet. This is a new segment, top tweet of the week. "I think men with good dick can't fight. I've been getting knocked out on the regular."
That's a winner. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, there we have the winner. All right, we got another new section. Oh, we got a book review. This is another new segment on the Marquez show. Jeez, I haven't touched my hair or done this all episode. I just started sweating. That's a good sign. New segment, book reviews. So people give me book reviews. I've written 4 books. Nothing to brag about. Lesson number 16. Nothing to brag about. It's only 4 books. There's a 5th one on the way. I'm going to get some great reviews. People saying, one guy gave me a review. He goes, "This Irish American dog does not represent the rest of us." And I'm like, "That's insulting. I'm not American." And he was like, "He just wakes up. He fucks up his career. He gets drunk and then he does it all again the next day. I don't get it." And I wish I could reply, "No, you get it."
Yeah. Well, why can't you reply to that?
Pardon?
Where are these reviews?
Amazon.
You can't reply to them.
Yeah, just fucking go down a fucking bitchy hole.
It's a good retort.
Yeah, sure. You get it. Maybe I'll use that as a review on my next cover. And then, I got this girl. Wait, so I checked your man's reviews. His other review, whoever he was, he'd one other review for a can of corn. And he gave corn 5 stars. And he wrote like a big paragraph about how it's great corn. Went well with my salad.
That's bad. He bought your book.
Yeah, and he read it. He bought my book. Like to have that, to give me 1 star and to give the corn 5 star, I want to meet that kind of man.
It's the kind of man that buys your book.
I loved some guys, like there was this Irish guy before. He emailed me. This is back in my blogging days. Started off as a blogger. That's lesson number 17. We all come from somewhere. Started off in a swamp. And he says, oh yeah, he's like, you have to put in an email to leave a comment or send me an email. And he put in his real email. But then he did his name as anonymous, thinking I would never know. And he's like, what did he say? He called me a cunt. He goes, you're a backstabbing, fame-hungry whore. I bought your book. I read it front to back. Still have the receipt, and they wouldn't give me my money back. I was like, that's some good hate reading to go all the way through and be like, I'm going to return this book. He lived in Ballincollig too, so he probably drove into Waterstones in Cork, furious, stuck in traffic on whatever that road is, the Mallow Road. Yes, fucking cunt. I better get my money back. So I checked him, and he was he was a guy who was friends with friends of mine. I put his email into Facebook, and I was like, I know this fucking idiot.
Did you confront him?
No, I was too busy living the high life in LA, and that's lesson number 17, isn't it? 17? Live the high life. fuck the swamp monkeys. Right. Oh yeah. This girl showed me an email, or showed me a DM she got. This is unreal. She goes, this guy sent him a DM, sent her a DM. Jesus, this is mental. She goes, this guy wants me to be his human. I'll just read it out. He says, hi, nice to meet the crown princess. I want to offer you something that no man has offered. If you have never had an experience to feel what it is, I do it. I love being human toilets for beautiful women like you. I eat and swallow your poop.
Hold on. Who the fuck is this?
A random dude DM'd this hot girl.
That you know.
Yeah.
All right, carry on.
Because she goes, you get some weird DMs. I was like, yeah. She goes, I get them too. And I was like,
Okay.
what kind of one?
So you're trading.
Maybe that's
DMs.
That's a new segment, weird DMs of the week. I eat and swallow your poop, your urine directly from your body to my mouth. You just sit in my face. When you sit in your toilet at home, I clean your ass really shinier than toilet paper you bought. I do everything with my tongue, and then you too. No need to buy toilet paper in the grocery store. Then look in the mirror in the shower. I make your ass really shiny. I really like that taste if you connect with me. Then from the day we are together, you do not have to use the toilet without toilet paper. Buy at the grocery store.
That's insane.
Yeah, mental. And dear listener, guess who sent it?
You proud of that one?
That's number 18. We all have our kinks.
And burner accounts, apparently.
Kinks and burners. Oh yes, let's do a book review. Or let's do a book.
Books that are worse.
Oh yeah, books that are worse than mine. Here's one that Eugene found. It's called Technical Virgin. How Far is Too Far? Written by... Oh, it's also a subtitle called Sexy Girls Book, written by Haley DeMarco, best-selling author of Mean Girls and Dateable. I think that's Mean Girls, the movie.
I don't think it is.
Oh, really? She just swooped the name.
She's an evangelical.
Oh, yeah.
Author.
Here are a couple of segments. Having casual oral sex is making yourself a prostitute. Very fair. Plain and simple. Very plain and simple. Thank you. What was her name again? Thank you, Haley. And last time I checked, being a prostitute wasn't such a good thing. Fuck it, you're hitting the nail on all the heads. What is that saying? Hitting the nail on the head? Hitting the nail on the head with the hammer? Or just hitting the nail on the head?
Just hitting the nail on the head.
Just hitting the head
which you failed to do 100 times just now.
Oh yeah, that's number 18. Be a bit ironic. In fact, it's the lowest of the low It's the lowest of lows. See what God has to say about the matter. For a prostitute is a deep pit, like a bandit. Who doesn't want to be a bandit? She lies in wait, and multiplies the unfaithful among men. God is making prostitutes sound cool. Proverbs 23:27-28. Thanks God, now I want to be a bandit and a whore. Notice God blames the woman for her evil ways, not the man. God was a chauvinist. He just warns the man about her. If you were allowing a guy to use you for sexual satisfaction, then you were leading him down a path of destruction, and God is blaming you, you cunt. As girls, we have to stand up for what is right. Girl power. We have to... Girl power.
I too hate men.
I also hate men. Unless they pay me to shit in my mouth. We have to take a stand against impurity and not let guys convince us to lead them into sin. These fucking guys are always the issue. As I've always stated, as I've always agreed with you, Haley, to lead someone into sin is a dangerous thing, and you will be held responsible for it. Fucking Haley preaching. Another segment.
Haley's blaming the girls for leading the men.
Yeah, it's not Jesus. Is Haley?
It's not the men's fault. They're just men.
They're just being men. Women are just being women. Haley, let them all.
Women are doing the devil's work. According to Haley, now.
That's
not
definitely
it's not my words.
Haley must be a man.
Oh, is that it? She does seem like a man. I don't know.
She's like a man who hates herself.
A lot of hate.
Yeah, a lot of hate. Just love.
Like well packaged hate. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Although the font in this book is pretty shit. More often than not, oral sex is all about the guy. Of course, we're not going down on women. Not in our watch, fellas. It's all about pleasing him, and there's nothing for the girl other than make her a tool that he can use for sexual satisfaction. I'm listening, Haley. You have my attention. I'm agreeing with every word that you're saying. If you think that performing oral sex on him will make him like you more, think again. Or not. Or maybe you hit the nail on the head. The truth is, it only cheapens you in his eyes. You become nothing more than a prostitute or offering services to any man who asks. Don't believe me? Then just look at the definition of prostitute. Prostitute, a woman who engages in promiscuous sexual intercourse, especially for money. I'm a prostitute because it doesn't say for money, it says especially for money. I also engage in promiscuous sexual intercourse. But Jesus is always with me, fellas, so it's holy.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, he's a good man. Notice that they add especially for money, meaning it isn't just girls who do it for money, but also girls who do it for nothing. Don't do it for nothing. Why wouldn't you ask for some money? Sex equals depression. It's pretty hot depression. For the guy isn't always the answer to your worries. In fact, he can be the cause of all your worries. Someone broke Haley's man heart. Guarding your heart and your body is the best way to avoid depression. And if you've already gone too far, don't fear. God is near. Lesson number 19. Don't fear. God is near. If you ever need money, ask God. You can have a clean. If you ever need a condom, be like, God, do you have an old condom? She won't let me fuck her without it. You can have a clean slate and a clean mind. Don't let everything but sex or going all the way destroy you, who you were made to be. She's a bad writer. Am I a bad reader? Don't let a guy have the chance to hurt you with his words or his body. I like the way she's blaming the woman. Be careful of the clothes you wear. The technical virgin isn't as happy as the girl committed to waiting for it at all. Trust the statistics. Honest to God, ladies. Trust the statistics. If a man says he's not going to come in you, trust the statistics. Can't even say it. Jeez, I had a little spasm there. Statistics. Believe the doctors. What the fuck is she on about? Sex games leads to depression, but you have the power to save yourself by walking away now. Prick tease the man, then walk away. That's what Elie's advice is. Trust God to fill that empty hole. You might fear will be left. God will fuck you. That's what she's telling you. You got a big wet empty hole. Why is it big? Why is it not tight? God is ready and waiting. Jesus, God sounds like she's going to be like, I'm God.
God sounds very insecure, isn't it?
Yeah, God sounds like a little bit of, which is worse, scorned woman, an angry bear, or an insecure God.
It's close.
It's a close one. All right, danger zone. Female porn impairs judgment. You might love to go to chick flicks. Ding, ding, ding. I do indeed. You might even drag your boyfriend.
This is the dangers of chick flicks to how they can make women too horny.
Yeah, it must be. Oh, this is even, yeah, it is. You might even drag your boyfriend along or want to see him afterwards. Because, you know, you're watching a romance novel, romance book. What you want then? You want a bit of romance. Be careful, ladies, because men are out there. But beware, because doing that can cloud your vision when your eyes move from the screen to your relationship. Watching a chick flick can leave you feeling a rush of excitement over seeing the perfect man and the perfect romance. Is it more exciting if I do a different accent for the reading? It's just as sexual to us girls as seeing a woman naked.
Not that one.
All right. Chick flicks can be like a drug that keeps us coming back for more. So beware. You're at your most vulnerable to slipping up sexually after watching a good, inverted commas, chick flick. That's because when you leave the theatre, your guy can really look good. What the fuck is she on about? Your mind can trick you into believing that a 16-year-old male doesn't... What the fuck? This is unbelievable. Your mind can trick you into believing that a 16-year-old male who doesn't have a job, still lives with his parents and plays Xbox all day really is like Matthew McConaughey. What the fuck? You believe that he's the cause of your excitement. Don't lie to yourself. You're feeling hot and bothered because of that flick, not because your date's Mr. Perfect. And the flick was fantasy, pure and simple. So be careful next time you do go to a chick flick. You might do something you regret. Lesson number 20. Chick flicks are the devil's work. All right. Last one. I'll just do the top here. But maybe you've been dating a guy for a long time and having sex and he hasn't left. Let's talk about scenario. If you're in high school, the relationship you're in right now statistically has a little chance of lasting to marriage. That means you're going to break up. And what happens when you do? You'll be happier. What does your PR campaign look like to the rest of the world?
I think we can.
Yeah, all right.
I think one of those is what you should have done. The thing with the chick flicks, you should have done that one. You should have set up the books. You're like, this is an evangelical author.
We can leave this all in.
Yeah, we can figure it out. Just if you're doing the book thing, that's what.
Even though we can leave this in so that you can see there's no rehearsal. Lesson number 21. Life's not a rehearsal. Here's the last bit from the book. And I want to say this to all the fellas, just in case you ever have the urge. A guy never has tickle fights with his buddies because it's a sexual thing. Father Tony, that's okay. Tickle away. With the fellas, don't. It's going to get sexual. And there, right, we got some questions from fans.
Yeah, do you want to hear some of those?
Yeah, let's hear. All right, we're going to answer one question for fans.
All right.
Then we're going to check back in with the uncle back in Ireland. Then we're going to leave you with some music.
All right, let's see.
How you doing? Are you good, listener? Are you fixing your posture at home? Are you fixing that fucking snail body up in you? You look like a snail. Fix your posture. This is a new segment. It's called Fix Your Posture. Fix your hair by making it worse, by tucking it behind your ears, by ruining it. Let's listen to, all right, question from a fan. Is it set up? No, he's ruined it.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
All right, let's listen in. Question from a fan. We're all ears. We're all ears.
All right.
If you've got any questions, send audio to the DMs. And we'll do our best. And if we don't do our best, we'll give you a sweaty attempt. That's what I like to say to women before sex. Yeah, well, I'll do my best, and if not, I'll just sweat all over you. Wow. Still not going. And this is what happens on stage when the next comedian hasn't shown up. And if it's my show and I'm hosting, I have to kill time.
The wrong one up. Never mind. Here we go.
And you get interrupted during a great new segment. And then here we go. A question from a fan.
Hello, my name is Roxana. I am just moving to Los Angeles, and I follow you on the Instagram. And I was thinking that if maybe one day I can meet up with you, I'll go to your house and I can braid your hair.
Okay. Didn't hear a question in there, but
She wants to meet up with you and braid your hair.
oh yeah, well it is. You know, that's the way to my heart. Touching me hair. If you see me in public, please touch me. Touch my hair. Roxana. She sounds like a Russian whore. No offense to Russians or whores. Or Haley DeMarco. Yeah, you can touch my hair. There was a girl one time, and she read my book in Russia, and I'm not joking, moved to LA, Hollywood, and she saw me at a bar.
Is that her? No,
it was a different one, Vika or something. And she saw me at a bar, and I'm not joking, all right? She was there with her husband, and they were both like, she was like, I've read all your books. That's why I'm in LA. I came to Hollywood after reading them. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Bit freak too.
Very strange.
Yeah. And then she was like, what are you doing after? And then I was going to a party, and I was just like, fuck it. She seems chill. Like, how often does that happen? They come to a party, and she's dancing into me. Her husband's there. And I'm just like, what's going on? She's like grinding on me. And then he starts going. And then he's appears behind me, and now I'm in a sandwich, and I'm just like, oh God.
A Russian sandwich.
A Russian sandwich. Let's say I was rushing to get out of there. So
Moscow.
Nice. We did it. We both got the puns in. Fuck yeah. Then I left. It was like 4 a.m. maybe. And I left, and I kind of lived close by, so I was just walking home. And then a car pops up, and it's them. And I'd like, for some reason, I'd forgot. I was like, it just did booze. And I was walking, and then they were like, hey, let's drop you home. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah. Completely forgot about the Russian sandwich. I said, I must go. So I get in, and next minute they're driving, and I'm just on my phone, because I was like, oh, fuck, they were dancing with me at the start of the night. And then next minute I feel 2 hands on my knee. They're like, where are you going? I was like, here's perfect. I got out and I ran away. And that is the end of that bad story.
You didn't want to be involved in a Russian threesome?
No, I'm okay. Anytime, any threesome offer with the husband involved, I'm like, nah, I don't want to get stabbed.
That's scary.
Yeah, not into it. All right. Well, here, we're going to check in with Ian, Uncle Ian, one last time, and then we're going to wrap it up. We're going to pick a song. And then that'll be episode 1 of the Marquez Show. All right, Uncle Ian. Are you there, big man?
I think he's back, yeah.
All right, Uncle Ian. So I've been meaning to ask you, how are things with Aunt Bernice? Are you still getting on well in the marriage?
Recently, I learned that there was DNA found on the body. I didn't know this until actually it came out, I think, from a result of the most recent episode of the West Coast podcast. And I was really shocked about that. The fact that there was apparently male DNA found on the body wasn't mine. And that fact had been concealed for whatever reasons.
All right, Uncle Ian, we'll cut you off there. That sounds like a confession of some
it sounds like I said too much there, I think.
I'm going to text Aunt Bernice in a minute to make sure she's still okay. It seems to be a body issue.
No.
Okay, I won't. I believe you. I believe you, Uncle. Thanks. That's all I need.
We cut him off. Good luck, Ian.
Yeah, good luck. That's all I need is you to say no, and that's a way. 'Cause you know what we say? Always trust men. And we'll end it on that lesson. Lesson number 22. Always trust a man. Unless he's a man. All right, that's the Marquez Show. Thanks for tuning in. Come back again next week. Fix your posture. Goodbye, you fuckers. Good luck. Goodbye. Good luck. Good luck. Go on, you cunts. Don't forget to buy some merch. Ding, ding, ding. People can't get my name right either. It's Mark. It's a pretty fucking simple name. This one girl was like, oh, Merrick. I was like, Mark. She was like, Eric. I was like, it's a pretty fucking simple name.